to another episode of The Mind of Reese. I want to start today with a big conversation. So if you're here, you're here. If you're on IG and you're watching this live, I would love to see you guys. Give me an emoji. Good to see you. I love you. Send me a fire emoji, all the fun things. Welcome back to another episode. So I want to start today with a big conversation, one I feel really needs to be had here. If you have a heart-led business, if you desire to create massive impact while of course making a lot of money in the process, hear me when I say this. I am not here to call you out. I am here to call you the fuck up to a higher standard, up to mastery, up to actually living this path we all claim we're here for. Because what are you really doing here? Right? What are you really doing here? What is it you're actually claiming to be an expert at? Because at the end of the day, we're all here because we've walked through our transformations. We know what it feels like to transmute something heavy into liberation, and we want to guide others to do the same. But this is the biggest gap that I see in all industries across the board. Creative industries, coaching industries, wellness industries. Like, I'm seeing this over and over and over. Like, we all want to scale. We all want more money. We all want more followers and sales, more. But scaling isn't just stacking income. Scaling isn't just refining a piece of messaging or a piece of content so people click buy. Scaling is deeper. Scaling is about stacking mastery. Scaling is integrity. Scaling is embodied wealth and passive sales that are rooted in your actual life force, not just clever words on the fucking internet. Okay, so this is really where the shadow work really comes in, because shadow work is the root of everything. Your messaging, your methodology, your movement. Without it, you're just echoing what everyone else is saying. With it, you create a signature methodology that nobody else can fucking replicate, because it's born from your shadows, your patterns, your pain, and the way you alchemize them. That's what makes your leadership feel so fucking alive. That's what makes your offers irresistible. That's what makes scaling inevitable. So a couple of days ago, you guys probably seen this, is that someone came after my side boob. Their big critique was my side titty. And here's the thing, like, that message, the message didn't bother me one fucking bit. It moved through me instantly. It didn't bug me. Actually, what actually shocked me about this was the amount of people who DM'd me later saying, "You're so courageous, you're so brave," clapping emoji, this kind of thing. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, this isn't fucking bravery. This is just my fucking baseline. This is my standard. This is my baseline. This is the foundation of what my standards are upheld. This is me living my life and holding the standard I've set for myself. Because I'm going to tell you guys something. I want to be triggered. I want to be activated. I want projections thrown at me, not because I'm chasing conflict and not because I'm a masochist, but let's be real. I mean, have you guys seen my tattoos? But because I want to know who I am in those moments. Am I embodied in this work, or is there still growth for me to do? Either answer is gold. If there's growth, lean in. If I'm embodied, I know the training is alive in me. I know that what I've been doing all this time is fucking working. Either way, I win because I'm devoted to mastery. That's selling from the soma. Your methodology doesn't come from your head. It comes from your body, and your body holds your shadows. When you meet those shadows, you don't just heal, you find real solutions that transform lives. That's why my work doesn't feel like a performance, it feels alive. So when I posted the side boob comment, I knew that post yesterday that I made was going to go bananas. Not because I hacked the algorithm or I was trying to go viral. It's just because I knew that the energy was alive in my body. And when you create from aliveness in your body, it's undeniable. Because virality isn't just likes, comments, and followers. You want to go viral, it is so fucking easy. You can literally go viral today. Virality means your values reach further. Virality means more people understand exactly what you fucking stand for. Virality means your message sharpens the collective consciousness. That's viral. That's leadership. That's authority. And shadow work makes you the kind of leader who can see deeper than your clients can see themselves. She thinks her problem is like, I don't have clients or I'm bad at consistency, but that's just a symptom. Because you've done the shadow work, you can reveal the real problem beneath the surface. It's the reason why when I posted the side boob comment yesterday, I was able to alchemize it, turn it into the translation of what she's actually saying to me, and use it as a teaching point to dive deeper into my methodology and to my work. Yesterday, because of that post, I made money. I posted a 5-minute post that I wrote because I have a lived in a live story that was happening in real time, not because I had to think of a good hook. I had to think of all these other things. Yes, those things are important. I have the strategy. Those are just toys in the toolbox that I get to play with. But it's because of the true work that I do, the shadow work that I can do that can reveal the real problem beneath the surface. And to call in my ideal client, the kind of ideal human being who desires to do the same fucking thing. And hey, here, let me lead you to my offer and my methodology. See, this is where people are like, oh, shadow work is so completely different. Like healing work is different than scaling and scaling is different than healing. These are both separate things when actually these things are simultaneous. The more I focus on me, the more I'm actually focused on my client. The more that I accept me, the more I build a community. The more that I love me, the more money I make. So many people in this industry want results. They want sales, the authority, the magnetic content, but they're not actually willing to live life enough to have something to fucking say. Content that cuts deep doesn't come from overthinking. It comes from living, from leaning into your edges, from putting yourself in the fucking fire, from doing the things that stretch you, trigger you, expose you. That's the raw material of your message. Authority doesn't come from safety. Authority comes from standing for something. And if you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. So when you integrate your shadow, every offer you create becomes the solution to something you've walked through. Your shadow goes to the symptom, understands the real problem, creates your methodology, creates the offers, and it makes you millions. That's the flow. That's how you turn your life into movements and your movements into millions. And here's the part that I fucking love, is that this work never fucking ends. It never fucking ends. So many people take a program, do a round of healing, grab a certification, then act like they've arrived. They're the expert now. They're so embodied. This is like, I just want to have a hard conversation here. I am not calling anybody out. There is nobody doing anything wrong. It's just taking full radical responsibility of what you're actually doing. What are we actually doing here, guys? We all started this to transform lives. Yes, of course, the money comes with that. Fuck yes, I love money. But guess what? The more that you focus on what you get from it, instead of actually deepening, forever being a student in your own work, actually, you'll make way more money being more embodied. The amount of disembodied humans out there teaching expert level things, which they're not actually an expert in, is like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. That's why we need you. We need you to, the embodied humans that are continuation of forever being a student. So many people take all these different things and they act like they've arrived. You never arrived. That's the point. For me, I'm like, sure, yes, I'm an expert at a lot of things. But when I utilize the terminology expert, I'm like, God, but there's so much more I can do. Because I'm not just an expert. Expert's the baseline. I want to be a master. And that shit, never, there's no ceiling to mastery. That's the whole point. That's the best part. Every day I wake up and I ask, how much more can I hold? How much further can I lean in? How much more alive can I let myself be? That's devotion. That's the continuation of the work. That's what mastery actually looks like. Because this all starts with, and I teach this in in the ARC, in my membership, this is the foundation of all of my work, the $1 Million Self-Scaling Method. It starts with self-understanding. Expand into understanding your clients' belief systems, because when you understand your belief systems, you understand their belief systems. It reveals false problems, the beliefs that they think that they have, because you understood yours. You decided to shine the light on your own shadows of what your false beliefs were, and you decide, those aren't real, which then you can do for your clients, which then leads to real problem awareness, which births embodied offers, crystallizes into your methodology, and scales into millions. That's mastery. So let me be clear, because scaling isn't just about money. It's not just about income. We love that money. I ain't mad at no money. Don't even tell me I ain't doing it for the money. I am. I love money. I think money is wonderful. Scaling is also emotional mastery. Like, see, I would much rather be emotionally rich than financially rich and emotionally poor. Because it's never enough. It's never enough. There's never overflow. I want to be in overflow every single day, whether I have $50 in my bank account or whether I have 50 million in my bank account. Scaling is emotional mastery. You want to scale your income, scale your emotions, scale your emotional mastery, scale your nervous system, scale your creativity. Like, scaling is emotional mastery. It's alchemizing the shame, the hate, the projection into power. It's nervous system mastery, holding more without collapsing. It's creative mastery, living so fully that you never run out of things to fucking say. It's spiritual mastery, raising your standards every single day. The people who scale with ease, they're not performing, they're practicing, they're training every fucking day. They're training just to build the muscles, bro. I can't build muscles if I don't put resistance there. I got to have resistance. And then when that gets comfy, we got to put more resistance there. That's how muscles grow. That's how you get better at shit, right? They're not talking about the work. They're living it. Their life is the content. Their edges are the authority. Their aliveness is the strategy. Okay, so here's what I want to leave you today. The next time someone throws a projection your way, don't ask, how do I defend myself? Right? Because that's the ego. Ask, who am I in this moment? What gold can I create from this? Because that's where mastery lives. That's where scaling begins, and that's where you start making a lot of fucking money. You want to scale your income? Scale your fucking self first. Scale your standards. Scale your ability to hold more life without breaking. Be a life artist, my friend. Like, life artistry is going out there and living life with wild abandon, with no fucks and an open heart. You have no preference on what life's going to throw at you. You're just open to it because I only got one life to live, YOLO, and I don't got fucking time to not live it fully, openly, allowing any emotion to come at me without deeming it right or wrong, good or bad. Discomfort is discomfort. And I love it all. This is why I chase the trigger. I chase the activation. I love it when people project at me. But that's not brave. That's my standard. It's not brave that I do that. It's my fucking standard. That's what makes you indestructible. It's what makes you unfuckwithable. It's what makes you so fucking magnetic. And it's what makes you a leader worth fucking following. And of course, when you're worth following, you're worth paying. Okay? I fucking love you guys. I hope you love this episode. I had to get it off my chest. Hold your standards high. See you guys later.